Chapter 3. A week passed, and Presley hadn't returned Aslan. Every day when I went to walk him, I sighed in relief as I saw him sitting in his gated room waiting for me. He had a plush bed, plenty of toys, food, and water. Everything he needed. My only concern was that he missed his friends at the rescue center. Today, I planned to take him back to town with me to walk around the park with my afternoon dogs. It would give him a chance to socialize and see his old turf. Presley hadn't been kidding when she'd said her brother's place wasn't suitable for a dog. All the furnishings were a shade of white, and the only color was in the paintings on the walls. A long, winding road separated the house from the surrounding hills of Sky Valley Vineyards. An intimidating stone wall deterred visitors. I pulled up to the gate and entered the security code. "Entry is incorrect," a pleasant female voice informed me. "You have 2 remaining tries." I tried again, careful to enter the same code I'd been using for a week without any problems. "Entry is incorrect," said the voice again. "You have 1 remaining try." I leaned out the window, steeling myself against a cold blast of mountain air, and tried the code again. "Entry is incorrect. Goodbye." I got out of the car and slammed the car door. Huddled in my coat, I bent over the keypad and stabbed the code again. As soon as I touched the screen, a high-pitched wail pierced the air. My heart raced and I tapped the screen frantically. I glanced toward the street, half expecting a security team to jump out from behind the cedar trees and tackle me. I covered my ears with my hands to muffle the siren and grabbed my ringing phone. Thank God it was Presley. "Hello?" I shouted over the noise of the alarm. "I forgot to tell you the new code," Presley shouted back. "My brother just got back and he changed it. Security reasons." I added security freak to the list of things I knew about Presley's brother. So far, the list was short. All I knew was that he was stinking rich, his favorite color was white, and his job kept him away from home a lot. I didn't even know his name. The siren changed pitch, becoming a steady, irritating beep. Presley rattled off the new code, sounding distracted. "I gotta go," she said. "I'll text you the new door code in a second." I punched in the new code, and the noise ceased. A moment later, the gate slid open to reveal a cobblestone driveway weaving between tall cedars to the mansion on top of the hill. A light snow fell as I walked up to the front door. The forecast had been for sunny skies, and I wasn't dressed for snow. I huddled in my coat, waiting for the text with the new code. Flustered and shivering, I peeked through the glass front door into the foyer. White walls, bleached floors, ivory console table. Who knew there were so many shades of white? I was freezing by the time Presley texted me the new code. I punched it in with numb fingers and braced myself for the alarm to sound again. After a moment, I heard the mechanical click of the locks opening. I opened the door and walked inside. I walked through the foyer, and then froze as I stepped into the living room. My jaw fell open as I glanced around the room. Heat flashed through my body, followed by an icy chill in my veins. The normally pristine room was trashed. White was no longer the predominant color. Coffee grounds were scattered across the floorboards. Chip wrappers were strewn across the sofa, crumpled cereal boxes littered the hallway, and feathers floated down from the ceiling fan. I gritted my teeth as I recognized the signs of a dog gone wild. From the corner of my eye, I spotted the culprit. Aslan digging in the dirt of a rubber tree turned on its side. "Aslan, come!" My sharp voice pierced the silence. The green leaves parted to reveal Aslan's shaggy face covered in dirt. When he saw me, his ears perked up and he bounded across the room. He skidded to a halt at my feet. I bent down to his level and stared into his eyes. "What have you done?" Aslan rolled over on his back and exposed his belly. I dusted the dirt off his face and paws, then took him by the collar and escorted him outside. After Aslan visited his favorite bush, I called him back inside and secured him in his gated room. He lay down in his plush dog bed and settled in for a nap. I'd warned Presley about making sure Aslan was confined when he wasn't getting attention. Aslan couldn't handle free reign in a house, especially a house as stark as a museum. It wasn't Aslan's fault his human couldn't follow directions. If only people were as trainable as their pets, everything would be so much simpler. Last week, there had been no problems. Aslan had behaved like the perfect dog. He and Summer and Presley were on their way to becoming a family unit. Would Aslan's adventures in the trash can send him back to the rescue center for good? I couldn't let that happen. I rummaged in the pantry until I found cleaning supplies and got to work. I righted the rubber tree, trapped the feathers, and swept the floor. The sofa was in need of a deep clean, but anyone who bought a white sofa was begging for trouble. A loud thump sounded from overhead, and I remembered the brother. He was the one stupid enough to purchase white furniture. He must have been the one to leave the gate open. The faint pulse of music drifted down from above. I glared at the ceiling, my anger mounting. After I finished cleaning, I marched up the stairs, straight to the source of the problem.